Video review. First up, Mill Jack. He sent me 2 videos. I really appreciate you guys trusting me with your content, but please just send one in the future. All right, give me something close so I can really assess it. All right, so this is the clip. Better clip for me to use. Very good push of both. He's not using blocks, so makes it a little bit harder to generate force. We can still use the ground. You see, this is pretty textbook right here. I like this. That right arm and the left leg are long and extended. The left arm and the right leg are bent. In good position, they mirror each other. This is textbook. Head's in good position. Upper body's in good position. Now, only thing I'd like to do is see this right leg move to the ground a little bit faster and to pull the left leg through a little bit quicker. The timing ends up being fine as far as the knees passing each other. We talked about that. However, we want to get this first step down quickly and get that back leg through quickly as well. But technique is pretty solid here. Nice high thigh, attack it into the ground. Don't have many complaints here. Good work, sir. Next. Uno fully. Nice. He said he's in 2-point stance here. With the audio on, you can hear someone gives a set go. And brother, you're the last one to move, and you're in 2-point stance. I don't know what's happening there. So when you're doing accels, or if you're ever in a race that requires 2-point stance, you gotta already be loaded, right? Wanna load up the back and front leg. The gun goes, the metaphoric gun goes, and then you drop your body, and it's just too late at that point. Stay crouched if you're gonna be doing 2-point stance. As far as the technique goes, all right, decent push off the back. Upper body's a little bit too low for me. And then the natural thing for the body to do is for that shin to open up because you're too pronounced with the upper body instead of moving backwards into the track. So you get 8 up on the first step. Instead of moving down, you should be moving backwards. And then everything else is a result of that. You're always going to be, if the first step is not like, it's going to be perfect, but if it's not right, it's going to be difficult for us to be in a position of dominance. We're kind of just making up for the mistake of the last step and trying to catch our balance. So I don't even need to see the rest of this rep. I want you, next time you're ever in this situation, if you're not going to be in the blocks from a down start, stay low, push, keep that shin angle underneath the hamstring. I was looking at your upper body. You could still fix the lower body without touching the upper body, but I would like to see a little bit more clearance of your upper body, like those shoulders a little bit higher. All right. Next. All right. We got 689 PR in this race at the Birmingham Complex. He's the one that won this race. Kim Si Chai. Is that Kim Si Chai? All right. So he's in lane 7. Let's watch it full speed. Whoa. So the people run the 60 different ways, you know. the first thing I'm seeing is I know I know to run 6'8" is pretty good. That's a solid time. The issue is if this was 100 meters, would you still win the race? That's why I like to ask myself when I'm watching the athletes I coach. Are they coming through the line in a position of dominance? And if this race was to continue, are they going to continue to pull away from the crowd, or are they going to get eaten up? You, sir, look like the crowd will come and get you. I just worry that your frequency is so high that you just won't be able to maintain that pattern down the track. So I'm not telling you to do this. This is what I would do if I was your coach. I would work on each step just getting bigger and bigger. You have a good reaction, you have a good push. Okay, the frequency is a bit high at the start. That's fine. I would just want you like off the ground looking like an upright running 100-meter demon. Right now you're a 60 guy that's like you're hustling for the finish line versus persevering through it. And I would want to see you kind of create more stride length. So I'm probably just addressing like how you close the race without messing with what you're doing early. But otherwise, good work. Next, Garrison Lucas. Garrison. Where you go to school, Garrison? Oh, that's not helpful. All right, let's see. He says in lane 4. So Garrison said he's been having issues. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Garrison said he's been having issues with. Okay, so he's in lane 5 for this one. He's been having issues being consistent with his times. So he's run 7.0, but hasn't touched that recently. And he asked for my kind of analysis of how he's moving. Okay. Moves back to the track. And then he comes through. All right, so the technique is fine. In slow motion, you can see he's extending back to the track. The arms are a little long for me, especially this far down the track. He's not that far down the track, but relative to... Is this Buck now? What's that Buck now? All right. He's a little bit big with the arms, like kind of crouched over with the upper body too. But he does some things well. He attacks back into the track, which is great. I'm just not seeing him go anywhere. Garrison, I'm not seeing you go anywhere. Like, I want to see when you put your foot down, you move through the air. I'm going to say as well as you do, because I think you do a pretty good job of it. I want to see it take you somewhere. Like right now, you're just kind of, I'm trying to see. Okay, so this is a different angle. This is for sure a Buck now. Yeah. I would also work on your upper body position too. So okay. Yeah, upper body position needs some work. And then two, that back leg, we talk about the knees passing each other, right? Biomechanic professionals have talked about the knees passing each other as a sign of dominance and frontside mechanics in the sprint action. And right now, you're not getting to that position. This back leg, you can see it better from this angle. You go to full support. So your foot touches. Now you're in full support, and your knee is your knees. I don't know what that knee is. Your knees are not passing. They're close. Excuse me. They're close, but not quite there. It's going to require a little bit more of your hip flexors and core to get you moving. And I would just tighten up the arms a little bit too. Let's see how that works for you. All right. Good work. Next. All right. We got a video from South Africa. Last time I had a video from Italy. This is on Instagram. All right. So he's in the yellow spikes. Play at full speed once. Oh, man. Bro. I got a bone to pick with you, sir. Let me see if I can. Man, I ain't going to pretend to say your name. I wish I could. Yeah, break it down for me. Break it down, your name, how to pronounce it, bro. But God bless you, man. All right. So, look, this is what I see. Easy fixes. Actually, let me play it one more time for people. Yellow spikes. All right. So the rep looks like it. So it's the coach on the side there in the purple. And it's almost like he knew he was behind, but he still wanted to start running at the end. The other boys are decelerating. You're trying to like not make the rep look as bad as it was. But don't worry. I'm here to help. I think I can help you out. So look, this is what I would do if I were you. Consult with your coach, obviously. Your teammate in the middle, his hips are really high. And if you can be, look, he still hasn't even really moved. In lane one, perhaps has the better start. He starts moving through his legs. Right now, you're just picking your head up. The guy in the middle hasn't even moved yet. And he still somehow beats you in this rep, which tells me when we react, we're not actually using what we should be using. So right now you can look, your hands come off the ground, but your back leg doesn't come through. Meaning you're like almost lifting your body up so you can start walking because you're not really running either. So the two, and I would lean on your teammate in lane on the far right. He does it pretty well. His hands come up, the back leg is coming through. He's pushing up both pedals. You got to start using both pedals, sir. Now you're meant to be launching yourself out of these things, and it's a very quick thing. Okay, so that's one thing. When the leg comes through now and you start running, your knee, so you're so quick to get off this back pedal that you're not really pushing off it. All right, but I'm looking at your right leg. So that's two things. This is the third thing now is when the leg comes through, I want it to attack. I want it to attack from a really big position. I've had recent videos on how the thighs should come up 90 degrees or higher in relation to your hips. That means that thigh needs to come nice and high into your chest, and you move into the ground like you mean business. Right now, you get your foot down. Definitely not as fast as lane one. But you get your foot down before lane two to take these really small dissatisfying steps. You gotta boom, boom, boom. It's gotta come through the ground so you can push yourself, create some serious stride length. And the thing is, that's a pretty good shape. How did the guy in the middle start winning this rep? He was way behind. Oh, I know. He's using his power in his stride. Did not have a good reaction there, but he's like, I'm going to get to and through the ground. You actually do it, though. What I'm asking you to do, you do later in the run. You start getting big and pushy. I wish you did that from the very first step. So that'll be my feedback for you. Number one. Number one would be to actually use the pedals, push off, hips through, hips forward. Number two would be when the back leg comes through, you got to keep driving and pushing out the front leg. Number three would be leg a little bit higher and push through the air into the ground, past and behind your body. That leg should come through nice and powerfully so you can create the stride length that you're missing right now. And step four, repeat until you win. That's all. Thanks, guys.